I really let my imagination run away with me with this. It was a really great pleasure to be asked to think imaginatively about community governance options in 2030. And I really suppose came up with the question for myself about what would it look like if parks were the centre of local democracy and citizenship? If parks were really the heart of our local areas, like they are for so many of us in reality. And yeah, I completely agree with everything that everybody else has just said. And so some of this is definitely building on, I think, some of what everyone else has just said. But so thinking imaginatively and taking the luxury of not being stuck in the current situation and trying to navigate exactly how we might get from where we are to where we might want to be, I thought there were two big things that needed to happen. And one was around taking kind of the politics out of local decisions about green space. And the other one about how do you make green spaces and parks really genuinely, truly for everybody. So in terms of taking the politics out of it, I'm imagining a kind of double devolution down to the local community level. So another layer of local governance, but that what I'm proposing or what I'm exploring in the essay is what would happen if what I'm calling a neighbourhood citizens panel was appointed by an opt-in lottery. So supported by a community organising process, doing lots of door knocking, doing lots of engaging with people. But actually the people who end up being in that decision-making position have not had to campaign to get there. They have been randomly drawn from the local community. And what would happen if those people had the ability to help make decisions about local green infrastructure, really broadly conceived? So really loving that idea of the park as the city as a habitat, really extending the park into the rest of our habitats and the thinking about parks and nature out of the kind of formal boundaries of the park. The council is obviously still there, and potentially the friends groups are still there, but this panel playing a role in terms of actual power over local decision making about green infrastructure. And what I'm exploring also in the essay is this idea of how that might then change the sense of who parks are for. And so parks as being places to host conversations, circles, celebrations, to really be there for everybody, both the travellers coming through, the people who want to spend their time drinking in the parks, people who want to have barbecues. How could we facilitate that to really happen? Really, I suppose, with the aim of ending up with parks as being like the epicenters of care, both for the local environment, but for each other, and seeing them as the places where those relationships, both with the natural world and each other, are built. So would love to continue thinking about some of these ideas with people and love to get any thoughts on the essay. It was lots of fun. Thank you.